gently cooling Rhys down on the Friday in shorts. I could never do that. This video is our weekend at the Welsh Nationals at Tatura in Victoria and the ARC, the Australian Ridden Welsh Championships. This, what we're watching now, is the Section D class of the ARC. This is all of us working on the ring. I wore my short boots. I felt like a pony clubber, but a couple of weeks ago I did the ARC qualifier in Gundagai, and even that little tiny amount of leading in my long boots, I rubbed a hole the size of a 20-cent piece practically in my foot, and I just can't do it. So you know what, if I have to do it, and you know, I asked a couple of people a couple of times if Lily could run him because of my knee, and I got, you know, no, I'm not sure, I gotta ask when you get in there. And in the end I went, you know, I'll just do it. But yeah, I'll do it in my short boots. And yeah, as it was, you'll see, I ran him very badly. I was very slow. I don't want to take big long steps in the sand in case, you know, you hit a little hoof print and over you go. So anyway, I just did the best I could, and yeah, it was a good class to be a part of. I've never done it before. I've never been to watch before. So yeah, it was quite interesting. So we made the trip down from home to Tatura on the Friday. It was good. It was about a 6-hour trip for us. We stopped halfway and got Rhys off, and he's a really good boy. I'm happy to unload him wherever, truck stops, rest areas. I'm quite comfortable to get him off the float and take him for a walk and let him have a pick of grass, and he almost always, as soon as he sees we're going back to the float, he has a wee, which is the main reason for getting him off. It was myself and Lily and our friend Mel who made the trip down this time, and Bango, Lily's a very old dog. After we all worked on the ring, they don't like call in people in, you know, you and you. They bring us all in the order of our numbers, and we work out in those, and then we get a score for our ridden workout. As soon as we've done the ridden workout, we take the saddles off, and that's why we all have strappers in there to help unsaddle, and then we pop over to the end section just to the left of those flowers and do a lead workout. So yeah, this is his ridden workout. It's just trot out, trot across the top, pick up canter, change through the middle, canter to the left. Once we're past the judge, we stretch out into a hand gallop and then come back through the paces to a halt at the end. I was pretty happy with his workout. We were the first class of the day at 8:30 in the morning, so we'd been in the arena and had a little 10-minute arena familiarisation earlier. When I went in for that, his eyes popped out looking at everything, so I was pretty happy that once we got in there, he was all, yep, cool. Yeah, his workout was quite decent. I was happy with him. He was nice and relaxed and did everything he needed to do. We scored 40 in our ridden workout, which, you know, it was, in the end, I think the winner was 45. There was 45, 44, 41, and then us. And, you know, it's a ridden championship. I'm happy with our ridden score. We placed 6th overall once they add your lead score and your ridden score together. And yeah, his lead score was not very good. But like I said, it's, you know, it's a ridden championship. In my head, I'll go with the ridden score because that's what I'll go for to ride. We just sort of do lead classes to make up numbers, really. Didn't do a very good job trotting in a straight line there, did I? And yeah, I couldn't stretch him out across there. I was just doing my little shuffly steps, but it's the best I could do at the time. If it was on grass, maybe I would have had a bit more of a crack. Everyone in the final got a little green rosette for making it to the final, and the brown one's our 6th place rosette.
Banjo's too old to walk by himself, so...
Bango usually hangs out at the float. He's quite happy there even on his own. The cart's actually for carrying gear to and from the stable, but he came with us on the Saturday night to the final. Lily actually unexpectedly won the place in the final from our heat for the best dressed strapper.
Joan has made a decision. Thank you, Joan, for judging tonight. And our 2nd place goes to Lillian Turgeon. And our 1st place, our best dressed handler, goes to Jo Becker. Congratulations, Jo.
The judge told us she was just missing one thing from her bag, but we'll know for next time. We were in the stables that were closest to the indoor arena, so that actually turned out to be quite handy on the Sunday. Until then, it was a long way away from where we were camped.
Seriously? No.
You can hold me.
Not your first rodeo, man. You have actually had your feet done before, shockingly.
It was nice to be down in Victoria in the land of the cobs, it seems. There's, up here in New South Wales, it's not very often that you get more than maybe a couple of cobs in a class. Really not very many at all. And there was, I think, 15 entered in this Lead Welsh Hunter class. And I think I've left a video in of all of them on the ring, and then it's just Rhys's workout that I've put in. But yeah, it was really nice to be in a class full of lovely horses for a change. It's not something we get the opportunity to do very much. It's especially with Tiger, you know, put up on Facebook and whatever. Oh, you know, he got champion. We didn't beat a horse all day, but we got champion. It's a little bit hollow. It's really nice to actually be in amongst a large amount of nice horses. This was the only lead class we did, and the reason we didn't take Tiger was the other lead classes were on the Monday, and it's not a public holiday in most of the rest of the country. You know, it's a national show, but it's only a public holiday down there. Maybe South Australia, I'm not sure. But, you know, it's pretty close to the border to New South Wales, and most of us New South Wales people have to work on Monday. So we only entered for the ARC on the Saturday, and then all the Sunday classes, and luckily both his reading classes were on the Sunday, or realistically I probably wouldn't have gone. So we had to pack everything up and come home on the Sunday after we had finished. And this was in the morning, out in obviously on the grass arena where everything was supposed to be. And you can see in the background over to the left there, it's looking a bit dark, and just after this class, I think they got through the champion, which was on immediately after this. It just absolutely poured. The heavens opened up and everybody scattered like they were going to melt like the Wicked Witch from the West. You look at all these horses and you look at Rhys, he looks practically anorexic. But I personally think he's very fat. I don't think I'd want him any fatter than he is. And we, had comments at dressage competitions and stuff about, oh, he's been in a good paddock. And I kind of go, you have no idea what some of these cobs look like. There's the man himself. So he placed 6th in this class, which was not a bad effort. It was quite a large class. And then it rained.
Got pretty horrible pretty quick. And everyone has packed up and stopped. And they've been running to their floats like it's on fire.
I had actually intended to go and roll all the swags up and stuff then anyway, but they were all wet. So I had to do a lot of drying when I got home. But anyway, they stopped for a little bit and then they decided to move everything to the indoors, which was fabulous to have those available. Rhys was happy. He got to go and enjoy the show because he's such a watcher. This is the Ridden Welsh Hunter class, which originally I entered the Working Hunter as well. So there was going to be the Ridden Welsh Hunter, the Ridden Section D Gelding, and the Working Hunter, 14 to 15 hands. And Lily was going to ride him in the Working Hunter, which she often does. I still haven't jumped since I had my knee surgery. But the Working Hunter wasn't on the timetable until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And like I said, we had to come home on Sunday. So I went, you know what, that's the difference between getting home at, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, or getting home at 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, and I have to get up at 4 o'clock to go to work in the morning. So that's a bit too far. We'll skip that, and you, Lily, can ride him in the Welsh Hunter, because I do like riding my horse in classes. That's why I have him. But I said for her to ride him in this because she, you know, I drag her to all these things. Well, she likes to come, but, you know, I make her do all of the lead classes, which she doesn't love. Bit spooky, all those people up there in the rain, and the water running down the wall, and but yeah. So anyway, I let her ride him in this class, and this was Welsh Hunters, all mares, geldings together, all working on the ring here. The workouts were all quite wild. There was, you know, spooks halfway across the arena. There was not horses that wouldn't canter. There was wrong legs. There was people outside the ring nearly being taken out. They were an absolute car crash. Bunch of workouts. You'll see he had a little spook along the wall and got disunited towards the end, or he did a flying change, and then he half fixed it on the way back to the judge. It was pretty minor in comparison to some of the major car crashes of workouts. But he only managed 5th place, which I have a lot of thoughts about, but not too many words. after the rain interruption, the timetable was pretty much out the window, which they said they'll, do the best they can, which is all they can do, and they did a really good job. But as you can see, that is Lily riding him. This is the ridden Welsh gelding, section D, which I had intended the whole time for me to ride him in. After the ridden Welsh hunter class, I said, righto, we'll go down to the float, which is on the other side of the grass arena. We'll pack everything up that we haven't already packed up. I'll hook the float up, we'll bring it up here, and that way we're ready after his class to just pack up what's here and him and go. So we did that, and we didn't hang about. We went down and did everything we had to do, and we've come back up, and I've dropped Mel and Lily off at the food vans on the way to get something to eat. And I've come up and parked the float, and I've moseyed in to the arena and had a look and went, oh crap, that's the ridden D mare class. That's the class before him. So shit, and ran down to get Lily, yelling at her, which she was oblivious to, and got there and said, Lily, you're still dressed, quick, we gotta go, we gotta get on. And I said, you're doing the class, because I was still in my trackies and stuff. I hadn't got remotely dressed, I hadn't brushed my hair, there was no way that was happening. So Lily ran into the float and got her jacket, her boots and her helmet were still over at the stable, thankfully. And I ran into the stable and saddled him up and threw her on, and we got down there with like a minute to spare. But anyway, they were all much nicer workouts for the most part in here. They most of them were a whole lot nicer and calmer and more relaxed. And the firecracker who won the class, he did a cracking length, and there's you can't argue with that. Rhys has only recently really found his length and button, and Lily doesn't know where it is really. She doesn't get the opportunity to actually ride him much at home, because I usually do. But anyway, they went out, they did a quite respectable workout, and most of the other workouts were quite nice too, and he placed 4th in this, and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, there really was nothing in between it. The judge had a good look at him before she put the ribbons on, and there was, like I said, nothing in it, so that's cool. He got a ribbon in every class that he went in for the weekend at the Nationals, so there's nothing to complain about there. And we packed up after that and headed home, and that's the best thing about showing Welsh, so you don't have to do crazy things like plat up and unplat. Once you're done, you're done. So we tootled off home and stopped at Tarcutta for a rest break and got home in the late evening, night time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.